With Love, Grief and Fury by Salena Godden. A review by Thornton. In the dark times, will there also be singing? Yes, there will be singing. There will be songs of longing, songs of love and loss. Listen, and you can hear a soft voice in the silence of the night. The world sleeps. But even in the depths of the darkness, just before dawn, a poet speaks. 4 a.m. As the pale light grows stronger, a wordsmith weaves words, unpicks verse, sows dissent, and enfolds you in the warp and weft of time, sings for you across the moon-drenched hills and the quiet streets of the sleeping town. In the distance, you can hear a voice singing. Feel the despair and hope for redemption. Wake and you will hear music, elegies, prophecies and lamentations. Abandoned on the borders of sleep you dream of blood and fire and ecstasy. And somewhere a still small voice of hope calls to you. And as the dawn breaks and the blackbird sings from the tip of an apple tree, she doesn't know how many others hear her song, how many people will carry that melody with them and think of it in the lost moments of the day. All those listeners, alone in the darkness, share this secret. Those who read With Love, Grief and Fury will carry its songs into the world. They will hear the echoes of its verse in their despair, singing its words in the depths of their hearts. And none will know who shares this secret, who will also mutter these spells under their breath, who in the depths of the night will call out to the cold moon and get no reply, then turn on the light and open this book. So, I think I have a problem, because I'm reviewing a book that outshines my ability to describe its brilliance, and I am like a child watching the silver fishes play in the rock pools of the shore, while an ocean of unfathomable depth surges and swirls and crashes on the beach. The waters drown the land and then retreat, as the tides are dragged by the distant sway of the moon. And I thought I could write about Bowie and Prince, and how their deaths seem to diminish us all. Prince is the subject of one of the poems. Bowie's music was so important to so many people, and I was lucky enough to see him in London once. I thought of Haddon Street, a man in a jumpsuit in the harsh light of a telephone box, hand on hip, or perhaps with a guitar under the K West sign, on a rain-soaked pavement lit by a street lamp. I look away, and when I look back, a woman in a yellow kimono stands in the lamplight, looking back at me. I thought of Prince playing for hours at some jazz club after a big London show. Perhaps they came to mind because they meant so much to me and seemed to mean so much to Salena Godden. Perhaps they too were singing songs about the dark times. I wanted to write about Bowie and Prince, but in the end I didn't. So daunted by the task before me, I put down my pen and read the whole of the book again, instead of writing this review. This collection is elegant and brutal, personal and political, passionate and witty, overwhelming, wide-ranging, and wonderfully, profoundly wise. It is no slim volume of polite verse. It is as long as a summer's day that you wish would never end, as long as the dark hours of St. Lucy's Festival, when in December the stars burn so bright. It screams for justice and cries in pain, then it whispers low, so you have to lean forward to hear the truths told, and the beauty, yes, the heartbreaking beauty. With love, grief and fury is part memoir, part prophecy. It deals with loss and with illness. It celebrates the wisdom that comes with time. It covers the fear of the pandemic and the isolation of the lockdown. It examines the fulfillment of creating books and the sacrifices that are implicit in producing your best work. A woman on fire, walking through a world on fire. War rages, shells fall, and on a beach, a child's body lies between the sandcastles and the deck chairs, washed up amongst the plastic bottles and the cigarette lighters and the sanitary towels. And in the near future, will the dawn be silent? Will people pile up the poetry books and douse them in petrol? Maybe the smoke will choke them. They told you not to sleep in the moonlight, to keep your curtains closed tight, for who knows what dreams the full moon may bring. You might leave your door open, forget your old life, and run out into the night. And if you did, would you hear the ghost of a nightingale? Would you run with the wolves through the empty streets and sing to the moon? Would you speak truths and reveal the future until Apollo spits in your mouth? Would you still howl your verse, even if no one listens? Is it not better to have run with the wolves and to have seen the blood moon rise from a storm at sea, than to lie at home in bed? Maybe Icarus should have flown by moonlight. If one day I saw my younger self walking towards me on a busy street, I'm sure I would pass him without any acknowledgement, too embarrassed to even ask how it was possible. When the poet meets her younger self, watch their faces light up, watch them hug and hold each other, then push apart smiling, join arms and stroll away. As they pass, only you can hear the older woman say, "I love the turquoise cowboy boots." Have you still got them? Of course I have, and those tapes I made that October, when I recorded everything on cassettes, sealed in a box somewhere. Later, you pass a pub and they're sitting at the window, engrossed in conversation. And if you were to unseal that box of tapes, let the voices speak, let the ghosts escape, then would it seem less likely if one day when you walked into the kitchen you found a young couple laughing by the toaster? Were we ever this young? And from the next room, Tom Waits sings, "They say that dreams are growing wild, just this side of Burma Shave, and at that moment, they are so close that you could almost reach out a hand." And I think about Brecht, singing about the dark times and the burning of books. I think of Bowie and Prince, of the last line of The Great Gatsby, of a poem on Fame by Charlotte Mew, of that quote from Nina Simone. Tom Waits singing, dreams are growing wild, just this side of Burma Shave. Blake's songs of innocence and of experience. Langston Hughes, the moonlit magic of a midsummer night's dream. And Philip Larkin. In the dark times, will there also be singing? Yes, there will also be singing about the dark times. When the regime ordered that books with dangerous teachings should be publicly burned, and everywhere oxen were forced to draw carts full of books to the funeral pyre, an old poet, one of the best, discovered with fury when he studied the list of the burned, that his own books had been forgotten. He rushed to his writing table on wings of anger and wrote a letter to those in power. Burn me, he wrote with hurrying pen, burn me. Do not treat me in this fashion. Don't leave me out. Have I not always taught truth in my books? And now you treat me like a liar. I order you, burn me. And I think I saw you in an ice cream parlour, drinking milkshakes cold and long, smiling and waving and looking so fine. Don't think you knew you were in this song. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. So we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. Yet to leave Fame, still with such eyes and that bright hair, God, if I might, and before I go hence, take in her stead to our tossed bed one little dream, no matter how small, how wild. Just now I think I found it in a field under a fence, a frail dead newborn lamb, ghostly and pitiful and white, a blot upon the night, the moon's dropped child. I'll tell you what freedom is to me, no fear. Wave of sorrow, do not drown me now. I see the island still ahead somehow. I see the island and its sands are fair. Wave of sorrow, take me there. Just a nickel's worth of dreams, and every wishbone that they saved lies swindled from them on the way to Burma Shave. And the sun hit the derrick and cast a bat-wing shadow up against the car door on the shotgun side. And when they pulled her from the wreck, you know, she still had on her shades. They say that dreams are growing wild just this side of Burma Shave. In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the ploughman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attain a beard. The fold stands empty in the drowned field, and the crows are fatted with the murrian flock. We had 5 years left to crying. News guy wept and told us Earth was really dying. Cried so much his face was wet. Then I knew he was not lying. And to prove our almost instinct, almost true, what will survive of us is love. And yes, I could have written a review, but this book is better than my ability to describe it, and it's much better that you read it yourself. It's 4 a.m. as I write this, and I can hear the blackbird's song. Can you? It's 4 a.m. as I write this, and I can hear the blackbird's song. Can you? It's 4 a.m. as I write this, and I can hear the blackbird's song. Can you?